number 20 for Kirkland National, Jarek Criscuolo.
The count is 2-1 with runners on second and third. Criscuolo hits a ground ball to the shortstop and makes it to first safely.
Runners on second and third with no outs, and Criscuolo is behind in the count with 2 strikes. He rips a grounder up the middle, Raven and Stearns score, and Criscuolo stretches the single into a double with savvy base running. When I spoke with Coach Rawson, he said his young catcher has great situational awareness, and it sure showed on that play.
Criscuolo at the plate again with runners in scoring position. The count is 1-1. Moyer throws a breaking ball, and Criscuolo smacks a fly ball over the left fielder's head, and the ball rolls to the fence. Raven and Stearns score, and number 4 is already headed towards third. Left fielder hits shortstop for the cutoff, but it is too late. Criscuolo crosses home plate to get his first home run of his Little League career. The Astros are starting to pull away from the Tigers. Stearns just hit a triple, and Criscuolo, who's on a 6-game hitting streak, is at the plate. Johnson fires a fastball, and number 4 pounces on. Damon in center field tries to slide under the ball to make the catch, but this one is headed all the way to the fence. Stearns scores, and Coach Rawson waves Criscuolo home, and the throw is not in time. Criscuolo slides across the plate for his second home run in as many games.
Top of the 5th, and Jarek Criscuolo is facing former Astros teammate Max Rossin. The two love playing together and competing against each other. Criscuolo rips a grounder into the gap between second and third and easily coasts in for a double.
McCarrigan is on third as Criscuolo gets set to try and bring him home. Lee sends a high fastball, and number 4 hammers it up the third baseline. McCarrigan scores, and Coach Santo waves into second. Criscuolo kicks up a cloud of dust sliding into the base, and the throw is not in time.
Criscuolo leads off against Joshi. He's got good movement on his changeup, but it doesn't faze Criscuolo. He rips the ball up the middle for a single.
After a 1-7 start to the season, the Bulls have won 5 straight, and they are dominating the Giants this evening. Pitch is away, and Criscuolo bangs it up the middle. McCarrigan scores, and number 4 takes advantage of the center fielder bobbling the ball and stretches the single into a triple.
The count is 2-2, and Criscuolo smacks a hard grounder up the middle, and with his speed, he turns the single into a double. The Giants are clawing their way back against the undefeated Rockies. 5 more runs to go.
It was a rough outing for the Kirkland National All-Star team in Game 1, but they put it behind them, and Criscuolo is leading off against a good Newcastle team. Number 20 rips the high fastball into left field for a stand-up single. Top of the 4th, and Criscuolo is facing a lefty Tom Glavine with a 1-1 count. Pitch is away, and Criscuolo jacks one over third base into left field. The left fielder stumbles and falls to the ground. Number 20 strolls on into second base. Man, is he fired up.
First game of the tournament for the Eastside Huskies, and Jarek Criscuolo leads off. He hits a fly ball, and the center fielder misjudges the ball, and it gets by him. 20 rounds second has second thoughts and stumbles into the dirt. He pops up and dives under the tag. Bottom of the 3rd inning, and the Eastside Huskies are in command of the game. Criscuolo clubs a hard grounder up the third baseline. The ball scoots past the left fielder, and 20 strolls into the second for his second double of the game.
Third game of the season against the Tin Caps, and 20 gets ready for the pitch with McCarrigan on third representing the go-ahead run. Criscuolo smacks a hard ground ball up the third baseline, and it bolts past the left fielder. Criscuolo motors around second, and Coach Santos sends him home for an in-the-park home run. The Bulls take a 2-run lead. My, oh my, this kid is having quite a season. Here we are in the 5th inning with a runner on second base, and Criscuolo is facing one of his closest friends, the River Dogs shortstop Eugene Covington. Both are competitive, and their coaches will tell you they get amped up to play against each other. In the last inning, Covington got his friend to ground out to end the inning. No doubt Criscuolo is intent on doing the same, and he touches the outside and then inside corners to go up 2 strikes, and now Covington is in a tough spot. Here's the pitch, and Covington hits a soft grounder right back to Criscuolo, who goes to his knees to field the ball, throws without getting to his feet, and gets it out to end the inning.
That ball is headed to the outfield. Wait a second. Criscuolo makes a diving grab near the grass line, and a one-hop throw while still laying in the dirt.
Game 3 of a tune-up tournament for the Kirkland National All-Stars. Criscuolo fires in his fastball. The batter hits a line drive, and he makes the grab to get the out.
It's a soft ground ball back to Chris Cuolo. Down on his knees. Oh no, he bobbles it, but stays with it to make the throw to Raven for the out.
Chris Cuolo is behind on the count. 2 balls and 1 strike. Make that 2-2 as Chris Cuolo throws a fastball by the batter. He goes into his windup again and throws another heater down the middle for strike 3.
A runner on third, and Moto fires the ball to Chris Cuolo. Number 12 hits a grounder to Raven. He scoops up the ball, touches first, and throws home to Chris Cuolo, who makes the tag for out number 3 of the inning. A line drive up the middle, and Chris Cuolo makes the catch.
Number 12 from the Rockies rips a line drive off of Jack Cullen, and it goes all the way to the fence. Center fielder Moto throws to shortstop Rylan Nash, and he turns and fires to Chris Cuolo as they get the runner out at the plate. Fantastic teamwork, and it's something they've been working on all season.
Moto's pitch is way inside. Chris Cuolo has to stretch out to prevent the pass ball. The runner is attempting to steal, and Chris Cuolo throws to shortstop Eugene Covington. The runner is out. Chris Cuolo turns to the Mets dugout and tells them good night. Good night, taunting his pitcher doesn't sit well with the young catcher.